Come out to the bar.
Does it? I just know what I heard. That might not make any sense to you. I feel you.
How does he make sense to you?
Well, what doesn't make sense is not coming back. That's the only thing that don't make sense.
What you talking about, man?
Hello, YouTube. Cheers and welcome to The Basement. My name is Bruce Lively.
Once again, I'm D-Boy Slim.
And The Basement Debates is the first daily hip-hop debate show. From Tuesday through Friday, we talk on the most intriguing topics in hip-hop culture and the world around it. So welcome back, Basement family. Obviously, we've been going back and forth on this before the show started, but it's time to get
Slim Shady has not responded. That's an L.
No response because he thinks it's just going to make MGK bigger. And he hates MGK too much.
Tired of them sweatsuits and them corny hats. Let's talk about it.
Let me tell you something, man. That's an L.
That's an L.
Today's question.
Now we agree on that.
Today's question. Eminem's L. With that being said, let go.
We see differently on M's response to the M. Like, you know, M wants to say, like, I believe he sat down with Sway, and I didn't get a chance to really look this interview up and down or thoroughly look at it yet. It was just posted up a couple hours ago. Bruce, obviously doing his homework, got a chance to look at it thoroughly.
That was part 2. They did part 1 yesterday.
Right. He gave a couple mentions when asked about the MGK beef, which doesn't seem to add up. Mm-hmm. There's a couple holes in it because Sway acknowledges the fact, which gives validity to what MGK was saying, that when he bumped into MGK a few years back, he asked him to come up to the show, which is...
No, MGK asked to get on the show, and Sway was like, I can't do it.
No, that's fine.
I can't do it.
No, that's fine. Either way.
I can't do it.
That's fine. Either way.
Why did he say that?
He went to come to the show, and then Sway says, fine, just come on up there, boom, boom, boom.
Sway says, you gotta talk to M about that.
And I finished my story. Only to find out that there's a ban at at Shady 45 on MGK. Mm-hmm. So now when he talks back to MGK about coming to the show, he tells him, well, you gotta smooth out some things with the powers that be, because obviously you're on the ban list coming up here. Boom. Now, here's where the story gets dicey, right? Nobody seems to know or have a clear-cut answer as to why there was a ban on MGK. The only thing you can point to at this particular point and at this particular juncture, this is what Sway says as he's narrating M's comments in response to what's happening with you and MGK. The only clear-cut thing you have to point to as to why there would be a ban on MGK at this point would be that there was a tweet let out about M's daughter, which MGK alludes to and says it was in joking, sarcasm, whatever have you. After this, the only thing I've heard after that, and there being back and forth shots taken at M or MGK or whatever, there was a song by Tech 9, I believe, in which
MGK
M admits to dissing MGK, but not for the reason of the tweet.
Right.
So this leads you to a bit of confusion that if he wasn't really, first of all, he said it took him a year because he didn't. Let me fill y'all in. There's a year or so that goes by in which this comes out about MGK. So in between that.
No, man, that's not it.
No, that is it.
So the year or so goes by after the tweet before Eminem hears about it.
Right.
And then Eminem starts to look it up on YouTube to see what it was.
So M claims.
Right.
So
the disc just came out.
Fast forward.
That's 5 years later.
Fast forward. M admits to dissing MGK on the track, but he says it wasn't about the tweet. He says it was about other discs that he heard of him going back and forth or other shots that he took on another song or another mixtape? I'm not sure. And I would have to go do my homework as far as these because rappers do that all the time. Maybe take subliminals at each other or a shot he thought was directed at him, whatever. But I guess he clear-cut dissed him on this song. And this is what led MGK to doing what he did. Now, again, it seems dicey because, well, Bruce will fill you in just a minute, but the in-between, first of all, there's a lot of time that happens in between. And second of all, it wasn't like when somebody dishes you, like we just heard from MGK, if MGK wants to dish you, he'll come out and dish you. I didn't hear MGK diss Eminem or these back and forths that Eminem supposedly said that he heard or whatever in between the tweet that was acknowledged or whatever that M acknowledges that wasn't even the reason that he dissed him, in the first place. So a lot of stuff just seems sketchy at the very least. I'm sure Bruce will agree with that. A lot of stuff just seems sketchy. I agree
the sketchiness of it all. But this is, just so you know, this ain't gonna be long. This is the only thing that we disagree on is, when did M start hating MGK? He believes it's because of the verse, because of the diss that MGK just did. And this is Machine Gun Kelly. Let me say his full name one time. But from now on, it's MGK. Okay? M said, in my opinion, my interpretation of the facts, when Sway asked him, what is the problem? Why is MGK banned? Eminem's response was, well, I didn't even hear about the diss till a year later, but when I did, I went on YouTube and it took me down the rabbit hole of all of MGK's disses in his mind, whatever M's mind was, and he kept talking about how fine his daughter was, and I haven't seen all of this, but M says he saw it. M says he saw report after report in this rabbit hole of YouTube that he was talking about his daughter. At that point, he was banned. The diss song is different. It's a two-part answer. He said, that was the beef. That was the answer to why was there a problem? Why is he banned? And then M says after that, but the diss that I made wasn't even about that. So that to me, there's a problem there, but it doesn't negate the fact that he obviously hated him from the first time he went down that YouTube rabbit hole and saw MGK talking about his daughter. He banned him. And so either way, he lost because he hasn't responded to a rap beef. Since when have people are just too high and mighty to respond to rap beef? We didn't like it when Drake did it. Then he just dropped an album and went super platinum. So had the most streams of all time. Now Eminem comes out, people have been waiting.
Decent too.
Kamikaze was dope, and people have been waiting. And they said, oh man, it's gonna be another great summer. And once again, we are cheated. That's the problem. So the beef that we have, the argument is, I'll let you guys settle. You guys watch the interview, watch what Slim Shady says, and his reason of why he hates MGK. Was it because of the diss, or was it because of what he said about Haley?
Let me challenge you Eminem fans for a second. And not that I'm not an Eminem fan, but I just happen to I'm fist pumping this MGK diss. I loved it. I loved it. Me, I liked it. Hip hop was all about.
You cheated.
Doesn't this take away from everything that we liked Eminem for? Like, we respected Eminem because he didn't come out, as Bruce said on the show yesterday, he didn't come out and try to say, yo, I hold all the guns, or I used to bust my gun like this, like Slim Jesus or somebody. Like, we respected him because he was himself and he told his story. But one notch M always had in his belt was that he took on all challenges and competitors.
Yeah.
And not physically, lyrically. And some even said this is about to be an exhibition right here. Like, he's about to wash this kid up. And for him to not even accept the challenge, maybe not even accept the challenge, but respond to the challenge. Because it was obviously an open invitation challenge.
It's the reason why. Like, the reason Because you're just gonna give him more light.
Status, right?
It doesn't make any sense because you already gave him the light. And Kamikaze, why did you said his name and you dissed him and waited for a response?
That makes no sense.
You already gave him the light.
It lets you believe that
you lost your edge.
Yeah, MGK's diss really did touch him. It really. So we may disagree on the fact of well, you know, was it this song that really set him over the edge with MGK, or did he really have harbor feelings of resentment or whatever beforehand? I choose to think it's this because of the fact, like, he's acting and moving finicky. This is not even an Eminem, like, where you at? Where you at? Eminem, the Eminem I know wouldn't even took an interview before the diss song came out. Like, the Eminem I know, we ain't talking
He's a business mogul.
And I understand that, and I get all of that.
And he's just sitting back with his legs crossed in his.
I get all of that.
In his tweed chair.
His time may be over.
In front of the pool right now, sipping pina coladas. I feel you.
At this point,
just say that. Then. Don't come up with Kamikaze then.
Yeah, has a point. His time may be up. Like. And that's just that. Like, and the Kamikaze was decent. I won't sit here and play and act funny or whatever. But the fact of the matter is, we respected that battle ready, you know, always ready to go. Sparring the Cypher, BET Cypher, Slaughterhouse. You know, we respected that ready to go at any time.
And now when people like Lord Jamar and Joe Budden when they say things like, well, he never really dissed anybody who had any beef. He only dissed girls and gay people, and he only dissed celebrities who don't rap. Now it makes that seem like, well, maybe that is what he's good at. To that. He only likes to fight people who don't hit back.
Can't challenge, yeah. So
I hate to say it, man. That's my boy too, man. Y'all tell me something different. Answer the question first of all. When did this hate start? Was it because of the diss or because of Haley? And also, leave the comments down there. Is M gone? Is it gone for good? He still has my respect as an artist, obviously. The one thing can't end it. But you gotta take the L. He wins the war, though.
Like, he still respects him as a rapper, but and again, like I said, it kind of that's why.
But he lost this battle.
Right, he definitely lost the battle, and
got 2 shout outs, man. Leave them comments and we'll shout you out too. 2 shout outs, I'm just gonna say them real quick. Victoria Apaya J and Lil JC 956. Both of you guys, man. Appreciate you. Salute to you. Thanks for watching. And that's the basement, people. Answer the question for us down there. Let this debate go on.
Appreciate you tuning in. Keep pressing that subscribe. We off this.
Peace.